How does life work from the soul's perspective? We are all extensions of source energy. We are made of the same dust, you may say. We are energy. Everything is energy. And you have come in to this planet with a unique purpose as your piece of energy. The reason that you are having a human experience as a soul is for the purpose of expansion of the entire universe. This is why I say you're a star and the world needs your light, because when you live on purpose, you really come into your truth. Your soul is your authenticity. It is the truest version of yourself, because as a human, we are born into a suit, you could say, into a costume. We wear this human costume and we develop these labels around our costume about who we are as the character on planet Earth. Yet the reality is we always began as the soul coming in to planet Earth for an experience. Now when we remember we're the soul, that soul is pure love. It is the essence that creates all. Now we come in as that beautiful love and we proceed to experience human life. We begin to get conditioned by life circumstances, by our caregivers, by everything that happens around us and the people in our life. And that experience creates our conditioning, our programming, our ego. It basically teaches us how to be a human, how to live life, how to survive, how to get by in life. And a lot of these opinions that you take on from other people are not necessarily the truth. We create a lot of stuff as a human, but the human doesn't necessarily reflect the same that the soul is. In fact, most often it's quite off track. And that's why when we choose to live on our soul's purpose, we allow ourselves to let go of the debris, to really become aware of the conditioning, to be aware that this little ray of light we came in as before we were conditioned already had a unique purpose. We don't need to learn how to discover that purpose. We need to get the blocks and the debris out of the way of that light naturally shining. Therefore, the first step is really discerning, who am I without the labels? And the answer is simply, you are energy, you are love. And any reactions or feelings that you experience that are not mimicking that beautiful love energy are simply the human ego having its experience on planet Earth. And that's okay. It's actually all part of the ride. You are supposed to have these experiences. Like some people understand that you create your own reality. We all create our own reality through a form of co-creation. That's blending ourselves and the greater force at hand so that we take a step forward, the universe takes a step forward, even though we're one and the same. We work together and then there's free will in the mix, just to add a little complication. What I'm saying though is that if we create our own reality, where people often get a little bit tripped up on is when we accidentally create our own reality, meaning we attract experiences that don't feel good, that are traumatic, that give us these low vibe emotions. And we think, hey, I'm not attracting that. I didn't consciously create that. I'm not creating my own reality. I wouldn't put that in my life. Yet, that itself is the issue or the problem right there. The attitude and the judgment on an experience being right or wrong. Because if you come from the source perspective, if you look at everything like it's love, if you put love into everything and see through these clean glasses without the filters, we don't label things as good or bad, right or wrong. So it's not that, why is the universe throwing this bad stuff at me? It's not bad. The universe isn't thinking it's bad. We are judging it for being bad based on our opinions and our conditioning of what we think is right and wrong. It is that opinion that is holding us trapped in our life. When we start to release the judgment and fully accept and even more appreciate all of the things that go on in our life, from the so-called good to the so-called bad, we set ourselves free and we honestly experience natural inner peace and happiness. It is our perception that causes all of the struggle. It is our struggle that keeps us out of alignment with our soul's purpose. Therefore, to unleash this beautiful shiny light, to release the purpose that your unique soul came in with, we take the ride of discerning what is attitude, what is the ego versus the soul, and we help ourselves to unwrap the layers that are blocking the flow of you naturally being in alignment with your soul, in which case you automatically and effortlessly attract abundance, love, success, and happiness.